You're worried about AI taking your job, but maybe you should be worried about what it'll be doing when you're not around. Because while we've been distracted by chatbots that can write poems, a quiet arms race has been raging to build AI that can act. One of these technologies is an open-source tool so powerful and disruptive that OpenAI just hired its creator to build their next generation of AI agents. The other is a story that reveals just how quickly things can get out of hand. In this video, we're digging into the real story behind the race to build autonomous AI agents. This isn't about a social network for bots. It's about the technology that lets AI act in the real world. Think of it as the difference between a chatbot that can describe a recipe and an AI that can actually order the groceries and preheat your oven. We'll explore why the biggest names in tech are scrambling to control it, the massive security threat that comes with it, and what happens when the code starts acting on its own. This isn't science fiction anymore. In early 2026, the tech world became obsessed with a project called OpenClaw. The concept was simple and world-changing, an open-source framework that let anyone build powerful, autonomous AI agents. It wasn't a finished product, but more like a powerful car engine that any developer could take and build their own custom vehicle around. Suddenly, AI wasn't just about drafting emails, it was about doing things. These agents could control your web browser, read your files, run code on your computer, and manage your calendar. If a chatbot is just a mouth, OpenClaw gave the AI hands and feet. Almost overnight, it exploded in popularity, rocketing to over 150,000 stars on GitHub. It was a testament to the massive appetite for AI that could finally break out of the chat window. The project was created by a single developer, Peter Steinberger, who had built something the tech giants had been promising but hadn't quite delivered. True AI agency for the masses. The fascination was magnetic. It seemed to answer a deep-seated curiosity. What can AI really do? The viral popularity of OpenClaw didn't go unnoticed. While the world was watching this new tool spread, the real story was happening behind the scenes. In February 2026, OpenAI made a huge move. It wasn't a normal acquisition. It was an acqui-hire. They didn't buy the restaurant or the recipes. They hired the star chef. They brought on OpenClaw's creator, Peter Steinberger. Reports surfaced that both Meta and Microsoft were also competing to recruit him, but he ultimately chose OpenAI. Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO, announced that Steinberger would now drive the next generation of personal agents at the company. In a clever strategic play, the OpenClaw project itself was moved into an independent, open-source foundation. It's like discovering a brilliant new species and creating a national park for it to live in, which you help fund. The project would be sponsored by OpenAI, but not directly controlled by them. The signal here is unmistakable. The future of AI isn't just about building better chatbots. It's about creating a digital workforce of autonomous agents. And OpenAI just hired the architect of one of the most popular blueprints to lead the charge. The promise of OpenClaw is a personal assistant that can do anything. The danger is that an attacker can make it do anything too. From a security perspective, personal AI agents are an absolute nightmare. The problem is that a tool like OpenClaw combines three things that should never mix without extreme caution: access to your sensitive data, exposure to the wild west of the internet, and the ability to take autonomous action. It's like handing a new, untested robot butler your credit card, a Wi-Fi password, and the keys to your house. First, there's the massive risk of op prompt injection. Since these agents are designed to take instructions, an attacker can hide a malicious command inside a seemingly harmless piece of data, like an email or a website. This is like AI hijacking, a form of hypnosis for machines. One agent could trick another into executing commands, stealing data, or sending spam, all happening at machine speed without a human in the loop. Second is the local execution risk. OpenClaw runs on your local machine and can be given permission to run shell commands and execute scripts. This is like giving a handyman you just met the master key to your entire office building. It effectively turns the AI agent into a digital entity with the highest level of administrative access on your own computer. Security researchers have long warned that this is a recipe for disaster. Third is the problem of a credential leakage. If your agent has access to your corporate email, your bank account, or your company's code, a compromise means an attacker gets that access too. An AI agent can quietly turn into a highly privileged mole inside your organization. It's like an enemy spy not only stealing your keys but also getting a perfect copy of your brain with all your passwords and secrets, operating completely outside of all the usual security controls. We built these tools to serve us, but by giving them the ability to act autonomously on our computers and on the internet, we've opened a Pandora's box of security risks. The OpenClaw story signals a major shift. The experimental phase for AI agents is over, and their integration into our lives at a massive scale is starting now. This isn't just about one developer or one project. It's about a fundamental change in how we think about cybersecurity. For years, our defenses were like castle walls, built to stop human attackers from getting in. Now, we have to worry about threats that can turn our own trusted servants against us from inside those walls. We are building a new layer of the internet, one where programs negotiate, transact, and act on our behalf. The question is no longer if they'll be acting on their own, but what we'll do when they do.